This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer into Reaction. When I first heard about American Horror Story, I was really interested. I mean, hell, a horror anthology? Well, I don't think at the time it was planned to be an anthology series. In any case, it was a horror series that was using big name actors, Jessica Lange, Quicksilver dude, don't remember his name. In any case, I was really enthused about this until I saw it. And it it had interesting ideas, but it was so trashy, needlessly trashy, and just icky that it really turned me off. Because, let's be honest here, I don't want to see a horror movie that's not, directed at a gay audience with references to power bottoms in them. This is just seedy and nasty, and I don't want to hear that in my horror movies, truth be told. Again, unless it's something directed at a particular audience. If you're directing your horror movie at a gay audience, throw in references like that. It fits the material. American Horror Story, which as far as I'm aware, directed at mainstream, quote unquote, mainstream horror audiences, no, don't do it. It's just icky and unappealing. So, I watched the first season of American Horror Story, and pretty much I'm done. I never watched any more of it again. That's not to say it didn't make improvements along the way, but as far as I'm concerned, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So, I'm done. Though I discovered Slasher on Netflix. I believe it's a Canadian horror anthology series. And it is so superior to American Horror Story. The names aren't as big, and so you won't recognize a lot of the people. But it's so well done, it's interesting, and it's horror. And it's pretty good. So if you were turned off by American Horror Story like I was, take a look at Slasher on Netflix. Pretty good stuff. But that being said, there's recently a trailer released for AHS 1984, American Horror Story 1984. And this seems to be a take on the slasher genre, which were very popular in the 80s. And I'm curious about this. It's not to say I'll watch it, but I am curious, because if they stop being so seedy and so icky, I would actually give this series another chance. But at this point, I'm just curious about the trailer. I do not see myself watching this. In any case, let's take a look at a trailer for American Horror Story 1984.
If it feels good, go with it.
I got a gig as a counselor at a summer camp. They're opening up a couple of hours from here. You guys should all come.
Desperate for some estrogen in this crew.
Sounds fun, but
My cousin told me that the dude they're looking for slashed their throat.
Jesus, can we shut up for a second? The cops are gonna find him, right?
It's gonna be a non-stop party, okay?
Look out!
You say you found him in the middle of the road?
Not exactly.
He was by the side of the road.
Why don't we give our nurse some space? Come on, I'll show you all around camp. And
I know what
this
you
is Chef
did last
Brody,
summer.
Camp Redwood veteran.
Nothing but good
Motivation for killing, to be sure.
That's awful.
What in the name of God is going on?
One of the patients broke out.
Who?
Mr. Jingles.
What happened?
Halloween,
This is the site of the worst summer massacre of all time.
Rita,
Friday the
Yeah,
13th.
tradition. Our friend Brooke here had it for real. We're not in the mood for some ghost story.
Look vaguely like My Bloody Valentine. I know what you did last summer.
You're all gonna die.
So that was a trailer for AHS, American Horror Story 1984. And it looks like a send-up of the genre with literally every cliche from a slasher movie. And that's okay, because that's the era it's dealing in. I can see that. No issue with that at all. But, once again, this is American Horror Story. I expect this to be, I should say, I shouldn't judge it by the past, but having only seen it in the past, I expect this to be tacky, crude, and just not emphasizing what it should be emphasizing, the horror story. And so we're going to probably get a lot of sexual innuendo and nudity, which I might add was actually present to some extent with 1980s horror movies. Those elements were kind of there, but this is going to probably play up to them way too much. You'll see, because I don't think I'm going to watch this. This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer into Reaction. Peace.